Hey everyone, so we're going to talk about in this little chat the difference between restrictive clauses and non-restrictive clauses. It's important because with restrictive clauses, you don't separate them out with commas. There's actually no separation between them, the clause, and the main part of the sentence. Whereas with non-restrictive clauses, you do separate them out. So if nothing else, it's the meaning you're conveying by the punctuation you're using. And I don't think you want to convey the wrong meaning. And, these are kind of fancy words, but the part of them that I want you to focus on is the restrict part. So think restrict. And by restricting, you narrow the meaning, the possible meaning. Okay, so let's look at the two examples. Now, on the surface, they seem to say exactly this identical things. My brother, who goes to Harvard, will be home this weekend. And then the second one is the same exact thing, only no commas. So I always ask my students, what's the difference between the first and second sentence? Because they don't at all convey the same thing, even though they have the same words. So what do you think? Look at it for a second. What's the difference between these two? Here's the difference. I'll give you a big hint. In one of them, I have more than one brother, and in one of them, I only have one brother. Does that help? Okay, so this one here, the first one, I only have one brother. And this is just extra information that I'm including to tell you that not only is he coming home this weekend, but that he goes to Harvard. And this is just extra. Nothing else. It doesn't function in any way. I'm just getting in some more info so that you can know him better. That's quite different than the second one, where I have more than one brother, and I am distinguishing this brother from that brother. So let's just say I have two brothers. So I'm talking about the brother who goes to Harvard, not the brother who goes to PCC. So my brother who goes to Harvard, that's the one I'm talking about. I'm restricting the meaning. I'm narrowing it down. I'm talking about this one brother. And because this restricts which brother I'm talking about, no commas. Commas, extra information, no commas. I'm telling you which brother. I think I give you another example. Let's look. It's kind of the same thing, hopefully. Sometimes if I just give you another example, it helps people. If I only give one example, it freaks some people out. I don't know why. So this I'm trying to distinguish by telling you, I'm telling you about a student who dropped out of PCC. And I want you to know which student I'm talking about. Like every term, like tons of students drop out of PCC, but I'm talking to you about a particular student, and I want you to know which one I'm talking about because it's the one who made the complaint about me. And I've talked about that student before, and so you're like, oh, that student. So that student, and because I'm just narrowing it down to that one student, no commas. Same thing as when I want you to think about the one brother who went to Harvard. This is the extra information one. My student who used to take Tai Chi every term now is a martial arts master in Bhutan. That would be fantastic if that were true. I don't know. I completely made this up though. I don't know anyone who lives in Bhutan. So this is just extra. It doesn't even need to be in there. By taking it out, it doesn't change the meaning of the sentence at all. My student now is a martial arts master in Bhutan. And this just tells you a little bit. I only have one student who ever went to Bhutan. It's not like I have like 300. Okay? So, restrictive, no commas, non-restrictive, extra information, commas. This is the norm. So if you're afraid of getting it wrong and you don't remember, like years from now, you're typing an email and you only have 5 minutes because you know your boss is leaving, then I would opt for commas because that's the one that happens the most often. You probably have like 80% chance of being right or 90% chance of being right. Okay, good luck. Try both.